Hey guys, how you going? And welcome to another Cricket 22 video. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at how to download the real teams. So just recently a new patch has come out that's actually fixed the academy, meaning that we can actually download the teams without using a workaround, and today I'm going to show you how to do that. So first up, you want to go across to the Create tab. So I just want to show you guys what this actually will do. So if you go to the Team Manager, you go to Manage Team, you see that the Indian side, for instance, doesn't have the real logo. The uniforms aren't legit, so they're fake as well. What we're going to be doing is downloading the team, which will have the logos, the uniforms, the lineups, and the correct players. So it's fairly simple to do. Let's head to Browse Community. So once you click Browse Community, Search Community, what you want to do is username starts with wasteyouryouth. So I'm just going to put that in the description down below if you want to copy paste it. I highly recommend using his creations. They are top notch, real good stuff. And I'll also leave a link down below to a post in a forum that he regularly updates when he has new creations. So he's always updating, and if you follow that, then you'll be up to date as to when he actually puts creations onto Cricket 22. If you leave gender blank, it will come up with the male and female teams. I'm going to go male for now just to narrow it down a bit, and we're going to make it a search type teams. And then what I'm going to do is go begin search. It'll probably take anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds depending on the console, but it should come up with the first 20 or so teams that Waste Your Youth has created. So here we go. As you can see, there are 20 of 68 male teams that have been downloaded. If you want to download all 68 of them to have a look, what you want to do is go to the last team and then press down on the D-pad, and then that's going to bring up another 20 teams. And if you do that a couple more times, you'll eventually get all 68 teams. But then once again, it's going to take 10 to 15 seconds at least, depending on how the servers are running, I guess. But yeah, then you'll have all 68 teams to have a look at. So as you can see here, 68 different teams, all a different range of like international teams, IPL teams, domestic teams, etc. If you do take a look at the post on the forum, you'll see where he's at for the updates for other teams. So for instance, we know based on that forum post that he's updated the Central Stags player names, but he hasn't updated like the logos or the uniforms, etc. So if you keep a look out there, it'll let you guys know just to keep updated across all the teams. But for now, we're going to download one team to show you how it is, and I'll just keep on with the theme of downloading the Indian team. So we'll go there and click X to select the team. So it'll bring you to the section where you can download, rate, have a look at what their teams actually looks like. So if we go into identity, etc., we've got the logo there, and that's how it's going to look for the scoreboard overlay. We can have a look at the uniforms that I've got. So we've got the test match, the one dayer, and the 2020 uniform. Looking nice. You can rate it 5 stars, which I recommend doing. You can have a look at the roster here. So you got Kohli, Rahul. I think that's supposed to be Rohit Sharma. It must not be added yet. Jadeja, Pujara, Rahane, all done. Predominantly with some play faces as well, so it looks really good. And then what you want to do is go download with logos. Now in some instances, we've already downloaded teams or players that are already on the system. I'll ask you if you want to replace current with new. There's different options here. What I recommend doing is going replace current with new. I'll push triangle to do it for all other ones as well. And then I'm going to leave that the same. I'm just going to go X to replace. So that's going to go through, and if there's any current players already in the Cricket Academy, it will override those players with the new ones here, which is good in a way if like a player has been updated. It means it just makes it the most updated player for your team. And another alert here, you already have a local version of this logo. I'm just going to go replace. I'm going to do it with all of them, just so everything is up to date and the best, well, the most up to date it can be, pretty much. And it's actually downloading on the screen here. It looks black. It looks like it's doing nothing, but it's actually downloading the team. And once that's done, it's just going to go back to the normal screen. It will just stop being black. There we go. And that should mean that the team has been downloaded. So if we get out of it, we go to Team Manager, we go to Manage Team again, we should see that the Indian team has been updated. There we go. So we've got the Indian logo, the actual logo, the uniforms should be updated. Those 3 uniforms there. Stadiums. Now, stadiums at the moment, there is a stadium creator just been released. I'm guessing as time goes on, there'll be new stadiums being added, so I recommend keeping an eye out for those. You can always re-download the Indian team as well, because Waste Your Youth is always updating current international teams at least anyway, so that's to be one to watch out for at least. So in the future updates, potentially we might see more home stadiums there, different uniforms, different players added to the lineups, etc. So if you have a look at the lineups, yeah, that guy has to be Rohit Sharma. He's probably just not added yet. But as you can see, predominantly the majority of players here are added in. And then if we want to go to the squad, I don't know what's going on with the squad. It's all over the shop really, but the main players at least, apart from Sharma, I guess, as you can see, I actually do have the names there. So just an example, in the case of Rohit Sharma not actually being there, what you can do, if we can search community again, I'm just going to see if Waste Your Youth actually has a Rohit Sharma player. So if I go, first name starts with Rohit, we'll just have a look here and see if it's actually in. If not, we can always download someone else's Rohit Sharma, and then that will be, and then you can just add that into the team as well. That's easily doable, just to make sure you've got the most up-to-date team possible. So there you go, Rohit Sharma has actually been created by Waste Your Youth. It just doesn't show up in the team for some reason. I'm not too sure why. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Download with logos. It will go back to the screen. He's downloaded. That's good to know. So what you'll find, if you go to manage squad and we go right down to the bottom, Rohit Sharma is actually already there because it overridden the fake player. So then if we'll go back to lineups, I haven't changed any lineups, so Rohit Sharma is already there. So there you go. So we went without having a real Rohit Sharma there. We downloaded him, and now he's automatically in there. So we can do the same here for a couple other players. I'm not going to do it though. I'm assuming this is Siraj. Not too sure who some of the other fake ones are, but if you do know, because they're always got the same initials. So like for instance, Siraj. If we download Siraj from the community, then it will just pop up here. So one thing that's quite good is if you're already playing a career mode and you haven't actually downloaded these teams, then that's all right. What you can do is go ahead and download them, and then they'll be updated in the career mode. So the only thing that won't carry over is the actual lineups, but that is because of the dynamic lineups that career mode has. What will carry over is the player names and the uniforms and the logos and all that. So that's another good thing. So you don't have to wait to actually start the career mode. You don't have to restart it every time. You just download the teams and they'll be updated automatically. But yeah, that will be it for this video. Hopefully you guys have learned something. I'll leave all the relevant information down below in the description. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you're feeling up to it, leave a comment down below. Always appreciate reading those. But until then, take it easy.